If You Love Video Games, You Could Be by Thea Feldman. Introduction. Do you love playing video games? If so, you know that anything is possible when you are gaming. You can solve puzzles, fight monsters, and even build imaginary worlds. Did you know that some people get to work on video games every day? When you grew up, you could help make video games like they do. Chapter 1, Video Game Writer. Do you like video games with great stories? Then you might want to be a video game writer. Video game writers are in charge of the worlds that appear in a game. Before you start writing, though, sometimes they talk through what the story is about with the video game designers. Writers are especially important for role-playing games that have many characters and adventures. On these projects, there may be more than one writer. They might answer questions like who is the main character and where does the story take place. They use their imaginations to come up with all those ideas. Sometimes writers and designers use a storyboard, which is a set of pictures and words arranged to tell a story. This helps them plan and organize their ideas. When they are happy with the story, the writers create the dialogue or the words that the characters say. They also write hints and introductions that appear in the game, like press B to jump and run away from the dragon. If you want to be a video game writer, you can prepare by reading a lot of books and writing your own stories. What kind of stories would you like to tell? Chapter 2, Video Game Animator. Whoosh, zoom, zip. One of the most exciting parts of the video game is its action. A video game animator uses special computer programs to bring the game to life. An animator pays attention to details. For example, when a character talks, the animator makes sure that the lips move to match what they are saying. Animator also figure out how long the actions should last. If it only takes 2 seconds to talk, the character's mouth should not move for 6 seconds. The animator also uses a lot of math when they first create a character on the computer. They build it out of many small shapes. They decide on the number of shapes to use and how to arrange them. A single arm can be made out of hundreds of shapes. Some animators work with motion capture, where a person wears a special suit. Then they move around while a computer records each movement. The animator uses those videos as a guide to make their characters move like real people. Characters are not the only things that animators bring to life. They work on anything that moves, like shooting stars or zooming cars. If you want to be a video game animator, you can start by drawing things that move. Look closely at the flying bird. How do its wings move? Keep your eyes open and you can become an expert on movement. Chapter 3 Video Game Programmer. How does all the creative work of writers and animators become a game you can actually play? Video game programmers make that happen. Video game programmers are sometimes called developers. They make everything in the game work the way that it should. They do that by writing code, which is a set of instructions that tells computers what to do. It is written in special languages made just for computers. Each and every video game, whether played on the lab or in an arcade, needs code to work properly. Imagine a game where you need to dodge bananas in order to stay alive. The programmer writes code that says if the character touches a banana, decrease its health by 1 heart. Then if you touch a banana, the game follows the instructions and takes 1 heart away. In this way, a programmer tells the game exactly what to do. Programmers spend a lot of time fixing computer bugs or errors that prevented the game from working. It takes a lot of patience to write code. If you want to be a video game programmer, there are many books, websites, and even video games about coding. It is never too early to start learning. Give it a try. How would you like to write the story, animate the characters, or develop the code for the next popular game? Many different people work together to create a game. They all have one thing in common, though they love gaming just like you. Video game writer, animator, and programmer are just a few of the cool careers for people who want to make video games. Turn the page to discover even more jobs.